Okay, so today I'm going to show you all how to get a core workout in from home. Let's get into it. Okay, so there are truly so many different core exercises that I can show you guys. I'm probably just going to hold it to 8 to 10 because I don't need this video to be an hour long. So first, let's start with very basic, and I'll angle it so you guys can actually see me better. Let me throw my AirPods over there. Just your classic chin up, or not sit up, crunch, oh my. So you can do it unweighted like this with your legs in the air, and you're just tightening your core, lifting up. When you get more advanced at this, you can start doing them weighted. And honestly, for every core exercise, go slow and make sure you're actually controlling the movement, because you can use other parts of your body and not really engage your core all that much while doing core workouts. So really do it slow, make sure you're engaging your core and really feeling it. So first we have sit-ups like that. Next, we have leg raises. So I'll show you this one from both angles, but to start, you're gonna put your palms under your butt. It makes it easier. Then from here, legs gonna be straight out, go up and back. And you wanna hover maybe 6 inches off the ground, up and back. I'll show you the side angle quickly. Remove this, okay. Up and back, like that. So with that, once you get more advanced, you can take your hands out from under you, but another great core exercise. If you had something you could lock your feet under, you could do traditional sit-ups, or if you're training with someone, you can do sit-ups that way. There's another version similar to a leg raise I'm gonna show you now. I think it's called a V-up. I honestly don't know the name. So you're gonna get in that same position down here, hands under your butt if you wanna make it easier. Once you get more advanced, you can take them out. And you're going to lift your knees towards your chest with your feet up, and then from here you go up, and your lower back leaves the floor, and then from here, up and back. You wanna do that as controlled as possible. I kind of exploded there. I should have gone slower. I'll show you guys the side view now. Oh, my core is gonna be so tired at the end of this. So side view, like that. And this is kind of true with most core exercises. You don't want your feet really to ever touch the ground for almost any of them. So there's that. Those ones definitely aren't called V-ups. I can't remember the name of those because I'm thinking now, this, what I'm about to show you is, I believe, called a V-up. So you're gonna be sitting, hands behind your back, holding yourself up. I need water about that. Apparently it's dusty down here. Oh my. All right, hands behind your back, holding yourself up, feet out, pull in, out, in, out, in, out. I don't really think I need to show you that from a side view. That is another great core exercise. Wow, my core's fired up right now. At some point, you're probably expecting me to show you a plank. I'm actually not the biggest fan of planks because, think about it this way. When you're doing a plank, you're just sitting still. That is the equivalent of doing an isometric hold for a different muscle. An isometric hold just means holding in place, right? So you wouldn't train your biceps. They're going like this. You do a curl. You don't just sit here with your arm like this. It doesn't do anything. At some point, it's going to burn, yes. But I just don't really see the purpose in doing a plank. It's not an awful exercise by any means, but I just think there's better core exercises. So next one, let's do kind of similar to leg raises. Let's do some flutter kicks. I'm only gonna show you one from this way. So feet 6 inches up, they go to like a foot up or like a couple feet off the ground. And you're just gonna literally flutter kick like this. Very simple. This one you do for time rather than reps, because you do so many reps of it. I'm trying to think. If you want to hit your obliques, which is like the outside of your core over here, rather than most of these are gonna hit the center of your core. This will hit your obliques, this next one. It is called a Russian twist. Any sort of twisting motion, so when you see people like throwing a ball at a wall, things like that, when you're twisting, that's gonna hit your obliques more. So we're gonna do a Russian twist. You can do this with weight or without. I'm just gonna do it with weight quickly. Feet up, side, side. Like that. I'll give you the side view quickly for a second. So, I have noticed the further out you hold the weight, the more difficult it becomes for you to stabilize yourself with your core. So that is another great core exercise. Where else do I want to go from here? Because there's so many good ones. But you don't need to do all of them, obviously. Okay, another good one would be heel touches. I'll show you this sideways just because there's no point in showing you the other way. So you're gonna lay it back like this. You'd be flat, unlike me, who is doing this on a sideways mat. And it's called heel touches for a reason. Hands at your side, you're gonna go like this, back and forth, touching your heels. Pretty solid core exercise. Also, such a big note for core. Like, I don't do a crazy amount of core work in the gym, but a lot of that is because during most other exercises you do, you should be stabilizing and utilizing your core. So you're like partially training your core. Maybe count each set where you're using your core stabilization as like a quarter set in your total sets of core work per week. But that also does add up. So that's just a side note, because like your core is involved in a good amount of movements. Like even if you're just standing doing bicep curls, your core is engaged in like holding yourself straight up and not like wobbling. So that's why I typically just don't do as much core work. Ideally, if you have a bar, you bought like a pull-up bar, I was talking about from one of the other videos, you do a hanging leg raise, which those are great. Obviously, I can't show you those here, but you dead hang from a bar, and then with your legs, well, using your core, you tighten your core and lift your legs up. And ideally, if you can, you go all the way up, and then you lower down from there. I'm trying to think. If you want to go find more core exercises, you can. This is more than enough different exercises that you could ever need for core, but there are just so many different ways to hit your core. So honestly, I think we're just gonna cap it there at those however many exercises that was. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see a different muscle group, because at this point I've done shoulders, core, legs, back and bis, chest and tris. If you want to see me do something more specific or just make something specific for any type of home workout stuff, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next Sunday at 5 p.m. Catch you there.